90% of the world's millionaires built or preserved their wealth through real estate. It is the single most proven asset class in human history. But here's what those property gurus selling $5,000 weekend seminars won't tell you. Real estate isn't a single game. It's an evolving series of levels. What works when you have $0 in your bank account will completely ruin you when you're managing 50 units. In this video, we are breaking down your exact life, strategy, and risk at every single level of a real estate investor, from the pure hustle of starting with zero capital all the way to owning a multi-million-dollar property empire. Let's see which level you're currently on. Level 0, starting capital, $0. Welcome to Level 0. You want to invest in real estate, but you have a tiny problem. You have zero savings, no high credit score, and no bank will give you a mortgage. So how do you play the game? You become a wholesaler. Your daily life at Level 0 is pure guerrilla hustle. You drive around rundown neighborhoods looking for distressed, abandoned houses. You hunt down motivated sellers, negotiate a bargain price, and get the property under a purchase contract. Then, before you even close on the house, you assign that contract to a cash buyer for a quick $5,000 or $10,000 assignment fee. You aren't actually buying or owning land yet. You are operating as a real estate matchmaker. Level 0 is messy, high stress, and requires cold calling hundreds of people a week, but it builds the ultimate foundation, learning how to find deeply discounted deals. Level 1, starting capital, $5,000 to $25,000. At Level 1, you've saved up just enough cash for a low down payment using a primary residence loan. You buy your very first residential property, but you use the ultimate beginner cheat code, house hacking. You buy a duplex, triplex, or a small single-family house with extra rooms. You live in one unit or room and rent out the others to tenants or roommates. Their monthly rent payments cover your entire mortgage, property taxes, and insurance. For the first time in your life, you are living for free while building equity in a real asset. Your life at Level 1 is a mix of excitement and mild headache. You are learning the ropes of being a landlord, fixing clogged sinks on a Sunday afternoon, collecting rent checks, and screening tenants. You've officially stepped onto the property ladder. Level 2, starting capital, $25,000 to $100,000. Now you've caught the bug. You don't want to wait 5 years to save up another down payment, so you adopt the famous BRRRR method. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Your daily life at Level 2 revolves around dirty construction sites and contractor management. You find a beat-up, outdated house below market value. You buy it, renovate it to boost its value, rent it out to a solid tenant, and then head to a bank for a cash-out refinance. Because the house is now worth significantly more after repairs, the bank lends you back 100% of your original money tax-free. You walk away with a cash-flowing rental property and your original capital back in your hands. You recycle the exact same money to buy property after property, rapidly expanding your portfolio. Level 3, portfolio value, $500,000 to $2 million. At Level 3, you realize that managing single-family houses scattered across town is wildly inefficient. If a single-family house sits vacant, your cash flow is 100% negative, so you scale up into small multifamily, buying 4-unit to 12-unit apartment buildings. Your life at Level 3 undergoes a major professional shift. You stop unclogging toilets yourself and hire your first professional property management company. You manage the manager. When one tenant moves out of a 10-unit building, the other 9 tenants still pay their rent, covering the mortgage and protecting your cash flow. You begin enjoying true passive income, leveraging tax benefits like depreciation, and watching your net worth surge month after month. Level 4, portfolio value, $2 million to $20 million. Welcome to the major leagues. At Level 4, you stop buying small residential buildings and step into commercial real estate syndication, buying 50 to 200 unit apartment complexes, strip malls, or industrial warehouses. At this level, you aren't using your own money anymore. You're using other people's money, OPM. Your life as a Level 4 investor is defined by high-level deal structuring and investor relations. You act as the general partner, GP, raising millions of dollars from private passive investors, LPs, who want real estate exposure without doing any work. You execute by a law of value-add strategies, renovating entire apartment complexes, adding amenities like dog parks or gyms, raising rents, and dramatically increasing the overall forced appreciation of the property. A single successful deal at level 4 can net you 6-figure acquisition fees and millions in equity upside. Level 5, portfolio value, $20 million to $100 million plus. Level 5 is the final boss. At this stage, you no longer identify as a landlord or flipper. You are the CEO of an institutional real estate private equity firm or a private REIT. Your life at level 5 is about macroeconomics, capital preservation, and legacy. You operate from a high-end corporate office with a team of acquisitions managers, legal counsel, underwriters, and asset managers doing the daily work. You buy entire residential communities, office towers, or logistics hubs. You negotiate directly with institutional banks, private funds, and family offices. You extract massive cash flow from your empire and funnel it into generational trusts, tax shelters, and new developments. You have built a self-sustaining financial fortress. So how do you move from level 0 to level 3 without blowing up your financial life? First, master deal analysis. Real estate profit is made when you buy, not when you sell. Never buy a property hoping it will appreciate. Buy it based on current cash flow. Second, build your core team. A great real estate investor is only as good as their lender, contractor, property manager, and tax attorney. Third, never run out of cash reserves. The number one reason real estate investors go bankrupt isn't market crashes. It's running out of liquidity to cover unexpected vacancies and repairs. Real estate isn't a get-rich-quick sprint. It's a strategic ladder of leverage, equity, and compounding wealth. Which level of real estate investing are you currently operating on, or which one is your ultimate goal? Drop a comment down below and let me know. If you found value in this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Richie's Financial Secrets, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching Build Your Portfolio, and I'll see you in the next one.